get the fake up. Get out my way, I need space, I'm about to take up.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damian Cryer, and I am back with another cooking video. So man, I hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed evening. I am doing okay, man. So anyway, man, today I'm about to get ready and show you guys how to make a quick ribeye steak tips with onions and mushrooms in less than 15 minutes, guys. So many people in the comment section, they love the cooking videos so much that I've been doing that they've been actually asking me to teach them how to cook certain things. Yes, I have done multiple videos on how to cook steak, but it was like different type of steak, like a T-bone steak, a porterhouse, a New York strip. So I'm going to be showing you guys today in just a short video how to make a ribeye steak in less than 15 minutes. But we're gonna make the ribeye steak tips. You guys ever go to, what's that restaurant? It's called IHOP. You guys ever go to IHOP and you order like the steak tips, and when you get it, it has the onions and the mushrooms in it? So a lot of people have been wondering how to make that type of stuff, man. Now, to cook a steak, you don't need to be a chef. You really don't need to be a chef. You just need like the basic things. A ribeye steak. So what I have here, I have one whole ribeye steak, and I also have a half of a steak. I have a jar of mushrooms, it's already cut up, and I have one raw onion. And now you guys are probably wondering what the scissors are for, and I'm going to show you here in just a second what the scissors is all about, so you guys can understand and follow these instructions of what I'm doing here. If you want these steak tips with the onions and mushrooms, all you need is one decent sized steak of your choice. I would suggest getting a ribeye, a porterhouse, a New York strip, something that's really not that tough, because you have like some really tough steaks out there that really takes time to cook. Basically, you have to put them in the oven. You just need a pair of scissors to cut the steak, and I'm gonna be showing you how I'm gonna be doing that here in a second. You just like cut the steaks in strips or like little bitty cubes, and then you just I'm going to be using this right here. I use this right here to make pancakes on and stuff like that. So I'm going to be using it for the steak because I'm not going to be using crazy oil or nothing like that. All I'm doing is I'm taking this steak, see how I got it, and yes, I did scissors or shears as you call them in your home. I call them scissors. Just you take it and you just cut it. You're not making steak tacos, so it don't have to be cut up real fine or anything like that. Just something nice and simple. It takes about, I'll say, 1 minute to actually cut a full steak. I'll show you guys here what I mean in a second. That's the half a steak. You gotta remember, they don't have to be really thin. Now, if you were making homemade steak tacos, you can use any type of steak to make homemade steak tacos. But I'm not making steak tacos this evening. So I'm not gonna make the steaks extremely thin. Just like that, guys. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is actually taking the onion and cutting that onion up, and I'm just going to mix it in with the steak. Now the onion, it's a regular white onion. I will be using a knife to cut the onion. Obviously I can't use scissors. Just going to take that onion, make sure I cut it up nice and neat. Like the steak, you don't have to dice the onion up in little small pieces because it's going to be getting fried actually. Just to show you, I'm gonna put the onion in with it, and the mushrooms, I'm gonna actually add the mushrooms to the steak last. The reason for that, because the mushrooms only needs to cook for like 30 to 50 seconds. Well, that's it, because again, the mushrooms are already pre-cooked. So you don't have to do a lot of maintenance as far as the mushrooms are concerned. I'm gonna put these all in that pan that I just showed you guys a second ago. Put that down real quick. So there you have it, guys. So the prep work for that is already done, just that fast. See how that looks? I've already got the onions. I know that's a lot of onions, but guys, once the onions cook down, the onions are gonna be next to nothing. So I'm gonna let the mushrooms and the onions cook in together, and then right before the steak comes out, maybe a few seconds, maybe a minute before I take the steak off, I'm gonna take like a handful of these mushrooms and just kind of put them in this pan right here. You can actually season your steak before you cook it, or you can actually season it after it's done. Now remember, the steak's not going on the grill, so I'm not going to use really heavy seasoning, but you can season your steak to your own perfection. Some people don't season a steak. Why? Because they'll end up using a fattening flavor, which is like a steak sauce. So what I have right here, I have Steakhouse seasoning. If you guys can see that. This is another one of my Dollar Tree specials. I normally buy all of my seasonings from Dollar Tree. I can't tell you guys how grateful I am for Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is really a blessing because you can go in there and buy all $1 products without having to, like this stuff right here at any other store would have been like $3 for this bottle of seasoning, and I would have had to pay taxes and all. Dollar Tree $1.07. I'm going to be using this Tony seasoning too. This is one of Erica's favorite seasoning that she likes to use when she's here and cooking and stuff. I'm going to put a little dab of that Tony seasoning on there. And then of course we have our traditional black pepper. Go ahead and slap that on there. Okay, and there it is, guys. I have the steak on there. You can see all the seasonings that I added to it. It looks really, really yummy. Really, really yummy. Now, I am using most people have gas stoves. Where I live at, I have electric stove. Actually, everything in my house is electric. So I'm truly blessed that I only have that and not a crazy gas bill. But the key to cooking a steak, guys, and you know, this is a serious tip for you guys. Don't never under any circumstances ever cook a steak well done. When you cook a steak well done, you're making the steak extremely tough. Especially when you go out to dinner with like your loved one, friends or whatever. While you're eating, you're actually pausing to talk. And as you slow down eating, that steak gets tougher and tougher as you chew it. Me, I'm like a medium well type of guy. So don't never cook your steak too tough. And also guys, forgive me for the do-rag. I'm actually in my night clothes. So this is part of my nightly routine that I'm doing tonight. Is this video for you guys showing you how to make steak tip with mushrooms and onions. But yes, don't never ever cook your steak well done. I'm going to let this steak actually cook for about 8 minutes, and then I'm going to add the last final touches to it, which is the mushrooms. Again, I'm going to put like a handful of those mushrooms in there. But this steak, the reason why I chose ribeye steak because it's really tender, and ribeye steak does not take long to cook at all, guys. Literally 7 to 8 minutes tops is all that you need. Okay guys, so I just got done turning over the steak for the last time. So the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add the mushrooms to the steak, but I'm going to actually pour them on top of the steak. Oh, I actually poured too many on top of the steak, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is just let these cook with the steak and onions for a few minutes, because the steak is actually already done. Now, if you guys ever go to IHOP restaurant, one of my favorite meals at IHOP restaurant when I used to go to IHOP was ordering the steak tip and eggs. But this time I'm going to be doing the steak tips. The steak tips with the mushrooms and the onions cut up on top of it, and I'm going to be eating it with the steamed vegetables. If you guys enjoyed this video, and if this video was helpful to someone out there, please leave me a comment down below. Okay guys, so before I bring this video to an end, I just wanted to show you guys like the finishing touches. Again, you can see the steak tips with the onions and mushrooms. They look so yummy. And so this right here was a really inexpensive meal. The steaks I bought at H-E-B. There were 3 steaks in a pack, and I end up using 1.5 steaks, as you guys seen at the beginning of the video. I cut the steak up into sections. The onion, really cheap, like $3-4 bucks, something like that. And the mushrooms were like $1 for the jar at Dollar Tree. So this is part of my nightly routine. What I do every night before I go to bed. I usually cook me something nice, something really nice, whether it's chili dogs or a hamburger or something. Normally, I don't do nighttime cooking videos, but when somebody asks me that when I make this meal, the day had gotten ahead of me. So I got behind, so I decided to go ahead and just do this video for you guys tonight. Again, I hope that this short cooking video was able to help someone out. The steak is really, really good. I like my carrots, steamed carrots. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, all you gotta do is turn that bell on. Turn on the other bell with the vibrating symbol. That way, every time I drop a video on the Car Family, you, yes, you too, you get the notifications. We also do post notification shout outs at the end of every video, which brings me to the next thing I need to do. Part of my nightly routine, guys, is I like to watch movies and stuff. I like to watch movies. I like to watch Netflix. I love watching Netflix. There is nothing more that I love to do at nighttime when I'm laying down is to watch movies. I can flip through the channels all night until I go to sleep, man. So today's post notification shout out goes to Casey Daniels. Gang, gang, gang. Congratulations, Casey Daniels. You are today's post notification shout out. Don't forget, guys, if you want your chance to be shouted out on the Car Family, all you gotta do is be subscribed to the channel and have that bell on, so that way you get notifications, man. Well, listen, I am going to keep my promise. I said I was gonna make this a short video, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Keep it short, guys. If you want another my nighttime routine video with the Car Family, leave me a comment and we will do something else. I will actually show you guys how I prepare a meal for bed every night. And that's a video I haven't did for you guys. But I'm going to end this video off, man. But I love you guys, man. Until next time, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace out.